अगर मतलब क्या ही बोलूं मैं।
खाने के बारे में देयर इज गौतम नगर के मोमोज फेवरेट.
Hello everyone, welcome again. This is me, Dr. Pranali, and I welcome you all on our next video of the series that is Experiences and Views of FMG Institutes. तो आज हम जिस इंस्टीट्यूट के बारे में, जिस कोचिंग के बारे में बात करने वाले हैं वो है AFMG दिल्ली. उसके लिए आई वेलकम आर बोथ ऑफ द गेस्ट ऑफ द इंटरव्यू एंड ऑल्सो वन मोर थिंग कि आज का इंटरव्यू होस्ट करने वाली है डॉक्टर ऋतुजा. सो वेलकम डॉक्टर ऋतुजा एंड विदाउट वेस्टिंग आवर टाइम we'll start with the interview. So over to you, Dr. ऋतुजा.
Thank you, Dr. Pranali, for this opportunity. And hello, everyone. Myself, Dr. ऋतुजा Parvate. I was also part of AFMG family. And today, with us, we have my colleagues, Dr. Janice and Dr.Diganta. So I would like them to introduce themselves. They were also with me in AFMG.
Hello, I'm Janice D'Souza. I'm from Mumbai, Maharashtra, and I'm from West State Medical University, and I've cleared my FMG exam in the first attempt, and I scored 212.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Diganta Dada Vellapure. I'm from Pune, Maharashtra. I have cleared my FMG in first attempt with a score of 150 marks. I'm from Smalling State Medical University, and over to Janice now.
Both of you. And yes, congratulations once again. And now moving forward to our interview. First question. So first question I would like to ask your whole journey in your university. Like I think there are 6 years in Russia. So how was your experience there for these 6 years? And also after cracking this exam, what were your feelings? What were your family's reactions? So yes, Diganta, you can continue.
Yes, life in Smolensk was very chill as compared to the past 6 months, because we only had cycles and we had to study for a particular subject in that given time. And in past 6 years, I was very disciplined. I did not I never used to sit for 12 hours straight and study. But yeah, it was a very hectic journey, but it was amazing. And the day of passing was filled with a number of emotions. I did not believe at first that yeah, I have passed. And I had my mother checked it for 2 3 times, and she was like, "Yes, you have passed." So yes, it was amazing.
As for me, yeah. तो मेरा जर्नी एक्चुअली 12 में जैसे दिगंता ने बोला बहुत अच्छा था, लाइफ बहुत सही थी. सो एवरीथिंग वाज गोइंग लाइक चिल एंड यूज्ड टू रोम देयर. वी हैव रोम मेनी प्लेसेस इन रशिया and it was fun time there. But yeah, during the last few months, I maybe started a bit studying, but it was not as hectic as the 6 months in Delhi. तो AFMG क्लासेस में हम लोग थे तो हाँ शेड्यूल्स वर नॉट हेक्टिक पर हाँ पढ़ाई वाज ऑलवेज हेक्टिक क्योंकि द पोर्शन वाज अ लॉट सो वी हैड टू कंप्लीट ऑल ऑफ दैट पोर्शन लाइक it was as good as completing 6 years in 6 months. So it was 10 times more the portion. So yes, we had to study long hours and then फिर से MCQs करना, revision करना. It was a bit hectic, but it was worth it. Exam result दिन वो worthiness दिखा जो 6 महीने हम लोगों ने we put in so much effort. It actually showed on our result day. So
right. On the result day, it was like even though our families told we are passed, we were still checking the results. I also checked. I told my all brothers to check 2 to 3 times the result. I am passed or not. Yes. Moving forward, the second question. Many juniors have asked me, how was your pattern? Like when you started studying for this exam, FMG exam, from your college days, and how you selected the subject. So yes, how was your approach?
Okay, so I started with OBGY in my 6th year because there was a lot of time to prepare at that time. So I started with OBGY and surgery from Marrow, and I started giving GT at that time only because I was just curious that what my score will be like. So yeah, and with that, I had completed 2 3 subjects at that time.
I'll give my experience. I'll share my experience. As for me, मैंने 1-2 सब्जेक्ट बस देखे थे लाइक मेडिसिन के वीडियोस देखे थे ड्यूरिंग माय 5th ईयर बट एवरीवन शुड बी नोइंग देखने से कुछ दिमाग में रहता नहीं है सो इट वाज लाइक आई फॉरगॉटन एवरीथिंग आफ्टर जस्ट सीइंग द वीडियोस ऑन so I actually started studying properly when there were 2-3 months left for my convocation like 3-4 months before my convocation that time I started studying, and the major subjects I completed that time were only gynec and pharmacology. Other all my subjects I had kept like I will do it with the classes, because I knew that the previous things that I had read or seen I had already forgotten. So I said I'll just keep two subjects and I'll do it completely as for now. So I did pharma and gynec at that time, and the remaining all I did with the classes when they were doing.
Next, I would like to ask the FMG classes के बारे में, like how did you get to know about it? कि मतलब how did you decided to join this institute?
I got to know about the classes from my seniors, Mrinaldi and Kushidi, and some of my friends also had joined the class, so I went for the class.
As for me also, I would say, as Diganta said, seniors were there in these classes, and in our college, we used to hear only of two classes, moreover, AFMG Miss, AFMG Miss. But the thing I went for AFMG compared to Miss is previous results of our seniors. Like they had a better result, and it was not only hard work. Yes, everyone had put hard work, no matter in which classes they were. Everyone has put hard work even this time, but I felt that the results were better in AFMG. So seeing about our seniors' results, I opted for AFMG.
So the next question, I think we can share, like there are many different experience maybe. How was your life in Gautam Nagar, living in that area, in those areas?
So life in Gautam Nagar, मतलब क्या ही बोलूँ मैं. It's all bittersweet memories, but हाँ बहुत मतलब जो expected था उससे बहुत अलग था, and it was more about the weather and food जो हम classes के बाद मतलब ये करते थे. And yeah, I have to say this कि don't experiment before exam about the food, क्योंकि it's not worth. जो भी करना है एग्जाम के बाद कर लेना. हैव अ प्रॉपर हाइजेनिक मेस फूड जब भी मतलब रहोगे वहां पे. एंड या आई ऑल्सो हैड फ्यू इन्फेक्शंस देयर. वो चैलेंज था, मतलब गौतम नगर में रहना वाज अ चैलेंज.
So as for me, first of all, hearing about Delhi में रहना है, वो सुन के ही रशिया में was like वो दिल्ली में रहना है. And you know the मुंबई दिल्ली वाला झगड़ा is always on. No matter. तो हाँ, दिल्ली में जाते से, and गौतम नगर is not such a wide space area. मतलब गलियाँ बहुत पतली and all है. So yeah, when I first entered the gullies and the hostels and all, I was like, these are too small, like literally too small to stay here. And how am I going to survive just for 6 months? But as the time went, I realized that this became home for those 6 months at least. That was actually it was like sustainable. We could survive there, you know. So and there were classes and we had friends and हाँ, खाने के बारे में there is गौतम नगर के momos favorite. So हाँ, उससे वो खा के you will usually get motions as well, but it's okay. क्योंकि वो फेवरेट रहते हैं. तो क्लासेस के ब्रेक टाइम में मोमोज खाने होते हैं एंड पेस्ट्रीज खाने होते हैं. विदाउट दैट यू कैन सर्वाइव इन गौतम नगर. Otherwise, the hostels also were good, and as for my hostel, I had the management was really nice, so I enjoyed my time there as well.
Okay, so our next question, I would like you to share about the faculties in AFMG for the different subjects.
Okay, so my faculties for AFMG, Prasannavid sir for OBGY, and Omkar sir for ENT and surgery were there, and Dr. Sandeep Sharma sir, Neha Taneja ma'am. My favorite teachers were Dr. Sandeep Sharma sir and Dr. Omkar sir.
Diganta has mentioned like probably almost all the faculties. So and there was Mahesh Soni sir for medicine as well. So Bharat Kumar sir for pharmacology, and we had Shrikant Verma sir for anatomy. So yeah, Omkar sir, Vikas sir, yeah, and even there was Preeti ma'am who had come for our revision classes of pathology, and our full portion was done by Tarun sir. Frankly speaking, all the teachers were like good enough and more than good enough, and we could learn everything. There were many things that we didn't know, and many points in the basics that we didn't already know. In fact, if we are saying that we have passed already medical school, probably yet there were some things that we had missed out in medical school, or maybe some things that we didn't understand right there and we had left it there and there. Like in the second year, first year subjects, we had left it there and then we thought we'll learn it afterwards. But there were those basics that were not cleared. That got cleared in these classes. So I like that thing that, so it was just 6 months of classes, yet we did it from our basics. We went one step forward. We didn't do like just ये रटना है, वो रटना है and जाओ exam के लिए. We didn't have that. And even, yeah, Omkar sir, I would like to say this also, he literally cleared many doubts and like of all the subjects, not only one subject. And all the other teachers also, they used to provide us with their phone numbers and even they cleared our doubts, like maybe on Telegram, on WhatsApp, whatever it was possible for them.
One more thing I would like to add that our surgery and ENT faculty, Dr. Omkar, so he was also our senior, like in our from university, he's from IHSM only. So like that was also one way I joined AFMG. Like he had great impact on me. So yes. Moving forward, I am also curious that in our like in my college we had classes arranged by our university. Like teachers from India would come there, and we had like different subjects were arranged for us for last fourth or fifth year students. So was there any arrangement in your university like that? Did you have any classes taken by the Indian faculty there? Yes.
Yeah, so in our university, we did not have any such arrangements, but AFMG did one thing. They provided free demo classes for us through Zoom meetings, and it was very helpful for understanding, am I understanding the faculty's teaching or not? So yeah, there we got to know Dr. Vikas sir and Dr. Omkar sir, and through that also motivated me to join AFMG classes.
As Diganta mentioned, in our college as well, there were no classes. In fact, there were some classes when we were in the second, third year, but right then we were told like we were too young, like we had to complete 6 years, so we had 4 years left. So they mentioned like no need to go for those classes as this earlier because you all will anyway forget the things. So we didn't go for that year classes, and after that, there were never classes held itself in our university. So we directly, when we were in the fifth year, we learned about prep ladder. So everyone was boasting like prep ladder. After that, after the prep ladder, we started watching videos as I mentioned earlier. But it didn't do much use because just watching videos without MCQs doesn't work out. So finally, in the sixth year, we joined AFMG classes, and then we had online classes as well in the 2-3 months before. So yeah, that helped a bit, and then offline classes definitely helped a lot.
Then moving forward, like I would like to ask, how was your like schedule there in Delhi, and how was the classes schedule there?
Okay, so starting from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., we had 12 hours classes for 6 months of duration, and like we used to sit for 12 hours straight and then come to room and start revising the subject. मतलब ऐसे नहीं था कि we used to get very tired often, but ट्राई करती थी कि पूरा सब्जेक्ट उसी दिन रिवाइज करूं, मतलब जितना पढ़ाया है उस दिन का. एंड या इट वाज हेक्टिक बट आई यूज्ड टू मैनेज माय टाइम एंड आई यूज्ड टू ट्राई के जैसे ही मतलब वी यूज्ड टू हैव एग्जाम आफ्टर द सब्जेक्ट वाज ओवर. मतलब 4 दिन वो सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाते थे, आफ्टर दैट वी यूज्ड टू हैव उस टॉपिक का उस सब्जेक्ट का एग्जाम. तो मैं ट्राई करती थी कि उसी दिन जितना पढ़ाया है वो कंप्लीट करूं और रिवाइज करूं, तो आई कैन स्कोर बेटर.
Rightly, schedule was a bit hectic for personal reasons. Like classes में, as for me, I joined in June itself. So हमारे जून और जुलाई हमारे बैचेस स्टार्ट हो गए थे जुलाई में स्टार्टिंग में. तो तभी the schedule was like light. First 2 दिन बहुत भारी था. Like it was 12 hours straight psychology 2 दिन में खत्म, and we were like 2 दिन में psychology सब्जेक्ट कैसे खत्म हो सकता है. But there was 1 day break and then we had a test. And test देने के बाद तो was like psychology इतना easy था. So yeah, those days were like it was panic and then next day realization as well. So it was not like you want panic. Yeah, definitely schedule देख के you will panic at the moment, but trust yourself, trust the classes, and trust God. So you will get through it. And after that, we realized that the schedule was not always like 12 hours. So some days we had 4 hours even, and some days, yeah, we had 12 hours, some days 9 hours. It was varying on the subject and the portion, the revision actually, how much we had to do the revision. Because no matter how much they teach in classes and how good they teach in classes, the main aim is once you come back, you have to revise that day's work at the very day. So if you don't revise it, no teacher can put it in your brain. So you have to do that hard work diligence yourself. After opening your books, after even revising all to do the MCQs, that extra mile was like literally very hectic, and you had to literally put in effort just to do the MCQs because after such a long day and after revising, doing the MCQs was literally like way out. But yeah, if you go that extra mile, definitely it will pay off. So there are always waves up and down, but well, you can sail through all of them.
Talking about all this and also experiencing the 6 months, what do you think? What were the like plus points about AFMG and what were the negative points you think?
Okay. Hello. So the plus points were जब भी हम मतलब कुछ जिन्हें नहीं आता है वो भी in these 6 months they can make their preparation at that level क्योंकि we have that environment, we have that push in गौतम नगर जो classes से मिलता है जब सबके साथ बैठते हो तो we get that motivation. और मतलब जो सबसे पहला प्लस पॉइंट ये था कि मेरा क्लिनिकल बेस बिल्कुल भी मतलब इतना पक्का नहीं था बिफोर 6 मंथ्स जितना मेरा क्लासेस के बाद हुआ. सो आई वुड मतलब ये बहुत बड़ी चीज थी मेरे लिए बिकॉज सेकंड पेपर वाज ऑल क्लिनिकल बेस. तो या एंड सेकंड थिंग इज जो क्लासेस में हमसे खुद से नोट्स बनवाते थे सो दैट वाज वेरी हेल्पफुल क्योंकि हम जब भी रिवाइज करते वी हैव दैट मतलब मेमोरी बन जाती है अपनी. तो या दैट थिंग एंड थर्ड थिंग वाज ऑल द फैकल्टीज वर वेरी हेल्पफुल जब भी हमें डाउट्स होते थे दे यूज्ड टू हेल्प अस और सबके फोन नंबर्स हमारे पास थे तो वी कैन आस्क देम एनी टाइम. थर्ड थिंग वाज टेस्ट एंड डिस्कशन जो था हमारे क्लासेस का जो ओमकार सर खुद डिजाइन करते थे दैट वाज दी बेस्ट मतलब बिकॉज वो क्वेश्चंस ऐसे थे कि दे वर नॉट टू इजी नॉट टू डिफिकल्ट बट इट वाज लाइक यू हैव टू कीप दैट पेस इन माइंड कि हाँ ये 10 क्वेश्चंस अगर मैंने गलत कर भी दिए तो अगले जितने भी है आई हैव टू कीप दैट इन माइंड कि हाँ आई हैव 140 क्वेश्चंस लेफ्ट टू सॉल्व. तो हाँ वो प्रैक्टिस होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था जो कि उस क्लासेस में हुई. तो दैट हेल्प मी अ लॉट. और चौथी बात ये थी कि विकास सर जो बीच बीच में आके मोटिवेशन देते थे दैट ऑल्सो हेल्प मी अ लॉट. या नो द नोट्स आर वेरी क्रिस्प. तो जो मतलब सेकेंड रिवीजन करने बैठे थे तो इट हेल्प मी टू कंप्लीट द नोट्स इन लास्ट 10 days जो कंप्लीट करना होता है.
Diganta ने almost सब कुछ mention किया and correctly. So I would just like to add the same thing that जब there were revisions mainly in our classes. So revisions were actually the key. I guess सब classes में पढ़ाई तो सब teachers कराते हैं and faculties are moreover almost same सब classes में. So it is not actually about the faculty so much. It is about the revisions that you do, about the doubt solving and about the questions you can practice with the teacher. So questions practicing with the teacher is T&D itself. So T&Ds were awesome in AFMG that I can guarantee. Like जितना portion हुआ था, there was like all the topics were there in the T&D, in the questions, test and discussion T&D. So there were all the questions mentioned. So there was like no topics were just left out. And maybe if there was a topic that was left out during your main classes, it was covered up in your T&D because T&D में सिर्फ ऐसे नहीं कि क्वेश्चन ये है उसका आंसर ये है. इट वाज द एक्चुअल डिस्कशन एंड एक्सप्लेनेशन भी था दैट वाज रियली वेरी नाइस. हमारे क्लासेस में like there were many revisions like rapid revision हुआ and there were nearly 2 to 3 revisions even after the portion was completed. So it was not like चलो portion हो गया घर जाओ. It was never like that. It was like आओ बैठो revision करो because after the portion gets over ना कभी ऐसे लगता है कि चलो हो गया अभी हो गई पढ़ाई. बट इट इज नेवर हो गई टिल द एग्जाम डेट. कभी हो नहीं गई है पढ़ाई. तो हाँ वो मोटिवेशन मिलती थी इवन आफ्टर पोर्शन इज कंप्लीटेड. आई डोंट थिंक even I mean a really good learner would really forget in those 2-3 months. So revisions were the key to success.
Revision has really helped us. And one more thing, I think कि हमारा starting में ऐसा था कि subject खत्म होने के बाद we got some break like 1 or 2 days वगैरह ऐसा था और फिर test. So I think it was good because वो दिन we can revise that whole subject and फिर test देके फिर पता चलता था यार कितना आ रहा है कितना नहीं आ रहा है. और कई बार ऐसे भी हुआ कि ज्यादा लंबा ब्रेक ले लिया था तो शेड्यूल थोड़ा सा ये हो गया थोड़ा सा स्लो हो गए फिर वही कि सुबह उठना फिर बंद हो गया था तो उसमें सिर्फ थोड़ा सा पे ये करना चाहिए शेड्यूल वगैरह मेंटेन स्ट्रिक्ट होना चाहिए तो वो बाद में हमें समझ में आ गया कि कुछ नहीं होना है स्लो नहीं होना है तो वो कवर अप करना पड़ेगा सर बाकी आई थिंक ऑल पॉइंट्स आई थिंक यू ऑल हैव कवर्ड सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन is that what according like both of you according to you would be the like 19 subject priority like how the juniors should study
According to me, I would give first preference to the big scoring subjects, जो कि OBGY, surgery, PSM भी आता है उसमें, cause first paper तो PSM से ही बनता है, and pedia, optha, medicine, ENT. These subjects are helping to score more. Optha and ENT अगर base अच्छा करो तो you can score more. And patho, micro, these are also few subjects. Pharma भी है उसमें जो पीछे नहीं छूटने चाहिए because they help a lot. बाकी तो आई थिंक एनेस्थीसिया एंड डर्मा यू कैन डू विद इन 2-3 days अगर कर सकते हो तो मतलब यू डू मतलब जो रिवीजन का टाइम आता है फर्स्ट यू हैव टू स्टडी ऑल ऑफ देम बट जब रिवीजन कर रहे हो तो यू कैन कंप्लीट द लिटिल सब्जेक्ट्स इन 2 days बट या ओबीजीवाई सर्जरी इनको प्रेफरेंस देना चाहिए यू हैव टू मतलब टाइम टेबल अच्छे से बनाओ डू एमसीक्यूज डेली एंड इन सब्जेक्ट्स पे जो मिस्टेक्स हो रही है उनको रिवाइज अच्छे से करो.
So first of all, I would like to burst a myth कि बोलते हैं कि ये 2-3 सब्जेक्ट मैंने छोड़े फिर भी इतने नंबर आए. Don't go for that. Please don't go for that. जो बोलते हैं ना 2-3 सब्जेक्ट छोड़े हैं, it is either their pure luck कि जो आता था वही आया, या फिर it is that they have just done it already and they are just boasting of कि नहीं किए थे. So don't go for that myth कि नहीं किए and आ गए नहीं किए आ गए. So try to complete all subjects. Yeah, there are some subjects that are not so important, like छोटे वाले subjects, not even important, I would say, जो कम marks के mostly कम marks के आते हैं. So you can keep that like for lesser time, like anesthesia है, FMT है, but don't leave those subjects at all, क्योंकि वो 2 marks भी ना वो easily मिल जाते हैं. It is like you'll have to study for 20 days to get 20 marks. You'll have to study hardly for 1 day to get 2 marks. So 1 mark per day is less weightage than getting 2 marks in 1 day. So don't leave the small subjects. In fact, they are much more scoring. And priority wise, I would say medicine के तो marks भी पता है सबको कि medicine के बहुत questions आते हैं. तो medicine please कभी छोड़ो मत. No matter it is very big, वो थोड़ा थोड़ा ना सब subjects में cover हो जाता है. But as a subject, don't leave it. Then pharmacology, I would say it is slight scoring actually. Starting में रटने के लिए it's a problem. I agree. Pharma is always a problem for many people, including me. So, but जब 1-2 बार कर लो, then pharma goes easy again. क्योंकि basics तो पता ही होते हैं, like ending, नाम के ending. तो उससे हो जाता है. And then I would say important subjects are surgery, obs-gynae. Don't ever think of leaving these. And in fact, next would go for patho and all. Biochemistry, as for me, I kept it on the later side because बायोकेमिस्ट्री अगर बेसिक्स आते हैं तो फिर लेटर साइड पे रखना इज ओके बिकॉज हो जाता है एंड बायोकेमिस्ट्री बेसिक्स ही पूछते मोस्टली लाइक विटामिन तो 3 सब्जेक्ट में कवर होते हैं तो अगेन बायोकेमिस्ट्री में करने का लाइक जस्ट go through it. You don't have to study it again.
So moving forward, a last question of the segment. What advice would you give to the future FMG aspirants and juniors?
First of all, share my own थोड़ी गलतियाँ, I would say. The thing is, when you are studying, after the question is over, when you have started your revision schedule, that time take care कि your schedule is proper, like proper नींद ले रहे हो and पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, खाना skip मत करो. First of all, I know these sound like basic stupid things कि सो खाओ and all, but trust me, I had a bad schedule, literally bad schedule. मैं सोती नहीं थी बराबर. And on the exam day, obviously tension के वजह से I didn't get sleep on the night of the exam, and I would genuinely say I have lost marks because of that, because I was in such a sleepy condition, the answers which I literally knew 100% sure, I have done those also 1-2 wrong and come. So please ये lightly मत लो कि अच्छे से खाओ अच्छे से सो. This is literally like you will lose marks because if you don't do this properly. तो हाँ, मम्मी की भाषण is actually valuable here. कि सो खाओ बराबर से. When you're giving the GTs, remember one thing: if you get a lower score, there are people who have got much lower than you and yet they have cleared the exam with better marks. And there are people who have got much higher than that and yet have failed. So once you get low marks, don't think that this is the end that मैं पास नहीं होने वाली हूँ यार 2 GT दिए 150 भी क्रॉस नहीं हो रहा है. Don't ever think this कि नहीं होगा मुझसे. Remember there are people who have done much worse and they have passed. तो आराम से हो जाएगा. And when you get 200 above या फिर कुछ ऐसे बहुत high number आएंगे, so don't think that oh I'm the queen of the world, I'm the king of the world, मैं तो फर्स्ट आने वाली हूँ इंडिया में, यार वन नहीं हूँ. So don't think that because yeah, overconfidence is going to literally put you down, literally. So कभी ज्यादा भी मत सोचो, बहुत कम भी मत सोचो. Whatever you do, just see that you have to do revision. And one thing I would like to say, GTs though, like at least keep 2 GTs minimum I would say in your schedule, and max that depends on you. But when you're giving GTs, please don't give GTs at least 15 to 20 days before the exam. क्योंकि की वजह से या तो तुम लोग बहुत ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाओगे या तो बहुत डिमोटिवेट हो जाओगे. बिकॉज जीटीज में भी एग्जाम के पहले थोड़े इजी आते हैं ऐप पे भी. तो यूजुअली वी टेंड टू बिकम ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट. तो आई वुड सजेस्ट 15-20 डेज पहले मत दो. लाइक डोंट ट्राई टू गिव जीटी. ट्राई टू डू योर रिविजन जो नोट बनाए हैं. एंड जो संदीप सर बोलते थे हमेशा मेक अ 20th बुक. एंड 20th बुक मीन्स व्हाट, वो चीजें हम लोग भूल जाते हैं या फिर जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं जो रिवाइज करने हैं. क्योंकि एग्जाम के 10 दिन पहले यू कांट लिटरली रिवाइज एवरीथिंग. मेडिसिन का एक बुक ही 10 दिन लगते हैं यार रिविजन के लिए. तो डोंट यू कांट डू ऑल द 90 सब्जेक्ट्स इन दोज डेज. तो कीप दिस इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, दोस थिंग्स दैट यू आर फॉरगेटिंग, दैट 20th बुक को हमेशा बना के रखो.
My advice would be कि you have enough time, अच्छे से प्लान करो. Whatever you are planning the score, एक स्कोर दिमाग में बना लो कि you have to achieve this score, तभी you will get the push. And जो भी है मतलब टाइम मैनेजमेंट अच्छे से रखो. You have to keep doing consistently. रोज पढ़ोगे रोज करोगे तो it will be more easier. और हेल्थ अच्छी रखो whenever like physically and mentally. Of course GTs you should give at least मतलब ऐसी आदत बना लो कि 2 दिन मतलब जीटीज में अगर जो टाइम वेस्ट होता है यू हैव टू मतलब उसे कोप करना सीखो. और जीटीज देने की आदत डाल लो एंड जीटीज रिवाइज करने की आदत डाल लो. सो दैट विल हेल्प यू स्कोर मोर. मल्टीपल प्लेटफॉर्म से जीटीज दो. लाइक मैं मैरो प्रेप दोनों से जीटीज देती थी एंड दैट हेल्प मी अ लॉट. एंड इसे ज्यादा डिप्रेस होके या ज्यादा एंग्शियस होके पढ़ाई मत करो. टेक इट एज एनी अदर एग्जाम ऑफ योर्स जो भी यूनिवर्सिटी में देते थे एग्जाम्स. तो जस्ट दिस इज 19 सब्जेक्ट्स, या इट्स अ चैलेंज बट यू कैन डू इट एंड यू विल डू इट. तो डेली प्रैक्टिस करते रहो एमसीक्यूज एंड रिवाइज अच्छे से करो. मेक योर नोट्स शॉर्टर, जैसे कि हमारे विकास सर कहते थे that you should learn to make them shorter and revise them correctly. And yeah, I hope everyone will get a great score जो भी मतलब ये चीजें apply करेगा.
That's all was for today's interview. So yes, once again, thank you Dr. Diganta and Dr. Janice for joining us today. For viewers, I hope so that this video will be helpful for you all. And stay tuned for more information. Yes.